it's Melissa with Wild Bloom Homestead. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm going to show you how you can turn all this into breakfast, dinners, and lunches for your husband for the week while you're out of town. You ever just have one of those days where it's like the day would not end and what you had planned is not working out? Hi guys. I am finishing up what was supposed to get done at lunchtime today and did not happen because I broke my number one rule, which was to be prepared. I generally will have all of my wet ingredients to recipe measured out the night before. I will have all my dried ingredients put into a Ziploc bag so I can just do dump, mix, and cook so that the next day is pretty easy. I'm all about meal prepping as much as possible. Today didn't work out. I got up extremely early today. You probably would have gotten a kick out of before the sun was even up. I was outside putting my tomatoes in the ground, and I kicked myself in the butt for that because I should have been talking to you about how I plant my tomatoes and why, and I just didn't do it. I had my mind focused on going out to see my daughter and her family this week, and the couple of projects I have to get done with work, and getting my husband's meals done, and I didn't think through. I kind of just went mission, full speed ahead. Anyways, this was the breakfast recipe that I wanted to talk to you about. This is for basic muffins, something I've had since my kids were little. It cooks up real nice. It does a good job. It's one of those basic recipes that you can play with, and you can make them savory. You can make them sweet. You can make them a savory sweet. You can make them for breakfast. You can make them for dinner. You can make them for an event. You can make them seasonal. It's just a very basic, plain vanilla base recipe. In this particular instance, if you caught my other video on fertilizers, I made a coconut milk fertilizer, and it had leftover coconut. The coconut's still viable, so I'm still going to use it, so I'm not throwing anything away, and I'm going to be dumping that in there. But these are going to be like an oatmeal chocolate chip cinnamon type flavor. To do this recipe, I got to kind of look at my old notebook here. You're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. You're going to get muffin tins out. Sometimes it makes 12 good ones, sometimes it doesn't. I think it depends on the moisture in your air or something. I'm not sure. I have already put into this bowl, I have put 1.5 cups flour, a half a cup of sugar substitute. I used stevia, a half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Again, that is 8.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a cup of sugar substitute. I use stevia, a half a teaspoon of salt, and I'm getting ready to put in my wet ingredients. So my wet ingredients are a half a cup of milk. I lied. Looky there, I didn't even put my stevia in there. There's the stevia. Let's hope that doesn't mess it up. I used coconut oil. So it's a 1/4 cup of the coconut oil. I'm going to put 1 egg in, thanks to my chickens. Gonna put the shell in my compost. This right here is not rum. Well, it is rum. It was rum. But I'm not sure if you can see that or not. But I make my own vanilla extract. It's way, way better. And it's not always Captain Morgan's that I buy. I normally get just like a cheaper rum. It just happened to be what I got 2 years ago. So it's what we use. But it's 1 teaspoon. This is a half, so I'm going to do it twice. Half. But it tastes so much better. Like literally, you can have a little bit of this and some tea, and it's very, very sweet. It's wonderful. So there's your milk, your egg, your oil, the vanilla. And now we're just going to stir this up. I'm telling you guys, I've had a day. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but on top of that, I've hurt my foot. Now, I'm not sure if you can see, this seems a little dry to me, especially because I'm going to be adding, that's a little bit too thick, so I am going to add, muffins should be thick, but not that thick. Maybe an eighth of a, maybe I just did a couple tablespoons there, I'm not sure. It already smells really good. Okay, I'm going to add my other ingredients that I wanted to add to these breakfast muffins for him. And then I'll let you know how I think it should look. I can tell you that's still a little bit too thick. But I'm going to dump all of that coconut in there. It looks like a lot because it was infused back with water, but it's actually not. It was like 3/4 of a tablespoon, or 3/4 of a cup, I think. These are sugar-free chocolate chips. And I am just going to do a handful of those in there. And I'm going to do about a half a teaspoon and half of a teaspoon in there. And then this is what's going to take up more moisture. I want to add some oats. And I'm literally just adding that much. Now we're going to stir this. I'm still not completely happy with that. My house must be just really dry. Just gonna leave that out just in case. I do know that humidity and stuff sometimes affects your baking and your breads and stuff. I'm not sure the science behind that. I probably should look that up. I just kind of go with what I know. Yeah, I'm going to call that good. Okay, it's kind of staying at the bottom of the bowl. It's not rolling up into a ball. So I'm going to call that good. I know you guys have seen this before, but in case you haven't, take another sip of my lavender tea. I'm telling you, I'm feeling a little heavy today. Ice cream scoop. Look how easy that is. It makes just getting these done so nice. I make different variations for my husband all the time because he likes it. He's a truck driver. And for him, when he's out, like, I try to do, sometimes I'll do creative things like egg cups and things like that. But it's much easier for him. He's one of those people that once he gets up, he just wants to get going. He doesn't want to sit around and do a bunch of chit-chatting in the morning. It's not his style. Which was really hard to get used to. But, you do. You live and learn when you're getting married. Okay, this didn't quite do 12, which, like I said, that sometimes happens. I'm actually going to take some out of this one and put it in this one. Just so they're all about even. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of these oats and I'm just going to sprinkle on top. Gosh, they smell so good, you guys. That's it right there. You're going to bake them in the oven at 400 degrees for about, I think it's 10 minutes. I'm sorry, 16 to 20 minutes. I'm going to stick a toothpick in, make sure it comes out clean test. I always start on the lowest, the earliest setting first. You can always go back and add time to your cooking. You can't take it away. So, once you put it in there too long, it's too late. So, we'll let those cook down. I'll come back. I'm going to clean up my mess, and I'll let you know how they look. And there you have it. There's the little jars that I've made for gifts. My husband's got his muffins. I got his meals done for the time that I'm going to be gone. Got him his bread made. Now I can go and take a rest. It's been an exhausting day. Take care, God bless, and thank you for watching Wild Bloom Homestead.